Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just doing a little fishing. Trying not to do a whole lot of talk, but I figure while I'm out here, I might as well go live and try to collect some of these hours. One of my little favorite spots when it's cold outside, this water is real cold. And the channel cat, they bite real good. So I've only caught a few little ones so far, but I'm hoping to get some that's worth bringing home and frying up. Hey, Carlos, what's going on, Brian? Todd, I appreciate you coming in. What's going on, Miss Patricia? Thank you. I can show you where I'm at. I'm actually in a little spot in a scooter, but this is a creek. I just love fishing here. Yeah, I got a little bitty one on right now that I need to take off. That's just a little fish tank fish right there. But I can catch, out of this creek. I normally do catch some pretty nice sized fish. Like I said, I'm hoping to get on a couple of them tonight or today rather. And when I come out here, I normally only fish with night crawlers. And I do pretty good. I hate catching these little bitty catfish though because they'll spike you. The big ones, those barbs, they'll dull out, so they're not real hard to handle. But these little bitty ones, they'll tear you up. What do you guys got going on this morning? Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Steven, what's going on, bud? Just doing a little fishing this morning, enjoying my morning. Hopefully catch something. Hopefully. Smoking a turkey breast, hey, that sounds good to me. I'm selling for holidays, so it's about that time I'm gonna start do a practice one or two before I crank it up for Thanksgiving. Any of you guys do fishing? In this little creek, it's mostly a lot of catfish. You have channel cats, you'll have some mud cats, some flatheads, then drum, a lot of water drum are in here too, which a lot of people don't eat drum, but I do. It's good. As long as you clean it early and cook it fresh. I like it. It's pretty good. All right, Miss Patricia, thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. Go ahead and put this pole back in this water real quick. Hold on. Like I say that I've been out here about a half hour. They're actually biting pretty good, but they're just real small. Where this creek though, hey Miss Joanne, how are you doing this morning? Hold on, my daughter's calling. Hello. One thing about this creek though, uh, when I fish it, I know for a fact I'm gonna get snagged quite a bit. There's a lot of rocks and structure underneath there, but when they're biting, the fish is so nice and they're so good, it's worth it. So I come and I make sure I bring extra hooks and extra weight, so that way when I get snagged, I don't. It's not even a big deal. Yeah, Miss Patricia, it's so relaxing. I'll come. Sometimes I bring my kids, and when I bring them, I have to, really pay attention to them, and it's not as fun. But I'll come by myself, and I can just lose track of time, whether I'm catching or not. It gives me the opportunity to think and reflect and uh, pray at times. So I love it. I've fished since I was a little boy. Yeah, Lisa, does your husband fish, or he just probably don't have time? Carlos, that would be hard for me, man. I love fish, but I do know a lot of people that are like that that are allergic to seafood and they love the fish. But yeah, I love. Got to look some more little action. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. Had a little nibble. Thumbs up, please. Thumbs up the live for me. I'd appreciate it. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Hey, Mr. Wardell, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Fruitful wife, thank you so much for coming in. I'm just doing a little fishing this morning and talking to you guys and hoping that God drops something in my mind so I can start doing some more writing. Miss Panama City, thank you for coming in. Yeah, David, I'm extremely busy most of the time, but early on, I normally have time to go out, especially when I'm catfishing in this little creek that I'm in. It's early mornings when you get your best bite out here. I can show. Yeah, this is yeah, man. Yeah, no, that was an accident. All right, I will do it. So, like I said, I know for a fact that I will get snagged in this water eventually, but the bite is generally so good, I don't mind it. So, like I say, they got channel cats in here. Normally, probably the nice size ones that you can catch up. You can catch up to around probably a 4 or 5 pound channel, but on average, the good ones that I normally pull out are pound and a half, 2 pounds, and that's the size I like anyway. You can fillet them or fry them whole. So I hope I can snag a few of them today. And we got some really good people in the chat. So if you don't know who anybody in here, get to know each other. About 50 degrees out here right now. The high is actually supposed to be 70, but this water's gonna stay cold. So that's what I'm hoping happens. Pray everybody's having a good day this morning and that a peaceful day in you guys' cities and your towns with the election and everything coming up. I know in the news around in the St. Louis area, there's a lot of businesses that are um, boarding up their businesses and things of that nature. Now, that's a shame that it's come to that to where you have to worry about some type of civil unrest based on an election. I don't know where everyone lives, but I pray that you guys are, you don't have to go through any of that kind of stuff in you guys' cities. All right, Mr. Carlos, appreciate you stopping in, man. You have a good day. Yeah, Brian, I'd like to see me catch a big one too. Definitely. Yeah, Lisa, brim, they're delicious. As long as you can catch something that's got a little size on them, that's good white meat right there. I love them too. I don't bring them home as much because my kids and my wife don't eat them. Uh, Now, if I can get them big enough and I can fillet them, then I will. But if they're not the size to be able to be filleted, I won't really mess with them because they won't eat them because of the bones, the little pin bones around the belly area. What's everybody got going on this morning? Anything? Yeah, in this area, minnows, you can get up on a lot of crappie with minnows or shiners or whatever you want to call them. And there are some, some bass that have hit them too. Just depends on what pond or lake we're in. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. They're doing some editing and catching up. I actually have gotten pretty good at my editing. I do everything on my phone anyway, so yeah. Here, like there's some, but it's only uh, I ever had. All right, Carlos, that's what's up, man. I sure appreciate it. You say this chillaxing, huh? What's the weather like in Trinidad, Stephen? What's going on, Kenneth? Thank you for coming in, brother. Lisa D, how you doing? Just doing some early morning fishing, trying to get on a couple channel casts if possible. My little favorite spot, this little creek here. I've got about three of them so far, but they were all real small. What's going on? Silos Eats in the house. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. Celos Eats, how you doing, man? So does it rain in Scotland as much as they say it does, or David? And Fruitful Wife, if you heard me, go ahead and drop the name of your other channel in here. That way I can connect with that one. I didn't know you had a second channel. Good, man. That's good. I was telling him this doing a little early morning fishing, trying to get on some fish. Besides barbecuing, this is probably one of my favorite pastimes, honestly. Yeah, I would love to visit Scotland, man. I really, really would. It seems so beautiful, and it's like the countryside. That's how I'm more of a country boy, so the big city really doesn't impress me. The countryside would be more impressive in my opinion, especially with those rolling hills and everything you guys have. Hey, hey, Teresa, thanks for coming in. How you doing today? Okay, weight loss to burn. I'll make sure I connect with that one too. What's going on, Triple C and Joe? Thank you for coming in, Joe and Dana. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Country strong. Just doing some fishing. Gonna put you guys down in a sec. I need to check my hooks and make sure a turtle or something didn't snack my bait off of there. This is where we're at. Pretty nice little creek. There's a lot of rocks and structure under here, and it's not very deep, but the catfish normally do bite pretty good. But I need to go ahead and check these hooks real fast. Oh, give me a second, guys. Oh, another little small one. Didn't even know he was on. I can see that. About 12 inches long, but probably only about 8 ounces in weight. So let me get the hook out of here real quick, guys. Other little one, but it's all good. They're gonna start hitting in a minute. Eventually, they will. They're gonna have to hit in a little bit. The big ones. Ate up real fast, y'all. So I'm using night crawlers in this little creek. They normally do real good off a night crawler, so hoping to hop on another one. Right. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Dana, that's a catfish. It was a little one. It wasn't worth keeping. Yeah, I love fishing. Love it. That fruitful wife, you got to stay up late, or get up early to catch their lives. They be when people talk about burning the midnight oil, they burns the midnight oil. You know, 500 goes. You know what, David? Once the Lord blesses us to those finances to increase or something, man, I would love to, because I'm sure a trip like that, you probably looking at what, 10, 15 grand, maybe a little more. No, you wouldn't want to keep a fish that small. Only way I would kept it if I was going to put it in my aquarium. Uh-oh, we got some action. Hold on, y'all. False alarm. False alarm. Kirby, what's going on? What's happening? Ian just doing some fishing this morning. Mr. Joe, what's happening, buddy? Nah, Steve, I appreciate it, man, but it was too little. I need about a pound and a half and up. That would be perfect. Uh-oh. It might be out here playing with me a little bit. We're going to see in a second, though. Look at that. It's toying with me now. I'm going to get him. You watch and see. If it's taking me a little while to acknowledge anybody, please forgive me. Kind of multitasking and trying to get on these fish, so definitely no disrespect. Give me a second. It may be a drum that's messing around with me anyway. Yeah, Kirby, he playing with me, man. But it's all good because once I get him, if it's big enough, he gon' wish he hadn't. Mr. Ian, what's going on this morning? There we go. Ah, another little one. Yeah. This might be the same one I got just a second ago. Killing me, Smalls. Hold on. Y'all wondering, I don't play with catfish. They'll spike you, especially the little ones. The big ones, I don't care about. But these little ones, they had them barbs, and they ain't nothing to play with. You ever been spiked by catfish before? Let me know in that chat because it does not feel good. These little fins right here, you can see them. They're like needles, and they have I call it venom. So if they spike you, it hurts bad. It takes it'll take a little while before it calms down. Tell you what though, even though I'm not catching no keepers, I'm still having fun. What I missed? Let's catch up on this chat. What's going on, Finest Wine Cooking Channel? Appreciate you coming in, brother. Just doing some fishing this morning. Hey man, Joe, I'm gonna have to check that out. Philly girl, how are you doing in this morning? Just out here catching some fish tank fish, trying to catch some big ones, but I haven't been able to hop on any big ones just yet. Right, Mr. Kirby, they keep on playing. They're gonna come straight from this water into the grease. Really, Kirby? That's generally what I catch. I like catching panfish, a lot of bluegill, some crappie, but catfish is more my thing. I just like tight lining. That's not as much work. No, it's warmed up here, Philly girl, so it's not very cold. It's about maybe 15 or 55 to 60 degrees at the moment. So it's perfect weather for fishing to me, for catfishing, for these fish especially. No, not in this creek. In this creek, you can catch them all over, especially where there's a lot of rocks near the banks. The thing is, where I am, it's hard to get some of the spots of where I am. It's there's used to be a levee here, so the water flows kind of quick through this levee, but the more you go around the bend, it gets calm. But I've caught, some nice sized ones right out of here. Normally do. Now I'm not in a river, I'm in a creek. Uh, but a lake feeds it. So if you can see how the water is running, there's a lake that feeds this water and it just goes around the canal or around the bend. Mostly drum and catfish in here. I'm after the catfish, but I will keep the drum. If you guys haven't already, please, please, please hit the thumbs up for me. Again, if there's anybody I haven't acknowledged, please forgive me. keeping my mind on this water at the same time. So nothing personal, that's for sure. You guys, how you guys? I'm not into politics like that, so don't take it that way. I'm just asking a general question. Are you guys watching? Going to be watching the results tonight with expectation, or is it one of those things where whatever happens happens? Or and I don't want to know who you voted for. It doesn't matter to me. I don't want any. I'm just curious about if you're interested in seeing how the election goes. All right, Mr. Carlos. Yeah, pretty much Philly girl. I understand that. I'm gonna set you guys down for a second. I need to rebait my hook real fast. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, back in action here. Just a second. All right, back in action. It's it breaks my heart to see so much hate and malice in this country. You know, we hear of so many people that want to come to this country from destitute lands and impoverished nations, only to get here and then find that we as Americans can't even get along with one another. I could care less if you're a Trump supporter. I could care less if you're a Biden supporter, and that's 100% true. That doesn't dictate how I feel about you. It's your actions and how you treat me, and vice versa, what is going to allow me to, you know, pass judgment on you. But I'll tell you one thing for sure, and I don't know how it's been with you guys, but you know, there's people that I've grown up with and gone to school with, and considered myself considered a friend during this time, and I'm surprised at some of the stuff they've been saying as of late. Hold on, y'all. What's the matter? All right, trying to toy with me again. Hey, conversations with D. How are you guys doing? How are you doing today? Exactly, Kirby. That's what I was saying earlier. It's not worth it. It's 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 not worth it, man. Got one, another little one, probably. All right, bigger ones are starting to wake up. This one is still not big enough, but we're getting there. You see him. He's a little bigger. Still ain't gonna make the cut though. Some people would keep him in this prime hole, but nah, let him live. Let him live. Ugh, sorry about that. No, man, I don't. I don't take the little ones. Action. Oh, hold on, guys. Tell you what, I ain't having no shortage of catching them. It's just they ain't worth the keeping. We gonna hop on a big one eventually, though. Another little one. All right. Yeah. What's it like in Scotland when it's uh election time? Now, my wife was telling me about a documentary she watched, and it said in a lot of these countries and foreign countries, they don't allow smear campaigns. That how in the States we start the election on a weekday, but in a lot of these other countries they have an election. Their voting starts on the weekends. That way, when most people are off of work, and it's not a huge deal to try to take off and vote. It seems like a lot of the things that go on over here discourage people from being able to come out and vote. And she said on this documentary, it was like complete opposite. They didn't do this. They don't do a lot of smear campaigns. Most of their ads are about what they can do as a politician uh, to help, the cities or whatever. But it's nothing about just dogging people out like we see over here. It says much different. Absolutely, Philly girl. I love bass. It's not at the top of my list, but I do like it. It's more of a firm fish, but it's good to me. I'm trying to, Carlos. Like I said, I'm not having any problem at all catching them. I just ain't catching them big enough. Uh-oh. Yeah, they're kind of small, man. But like I said, I love fishing, so Any day when you can get a fish on the hook, whether it's big or small, is a good day to me. But I know the big ones are going to start coming eventually. Make sure you guys are connecting and introducing, or just write down the channels and go to their channels and see if that's something you guys would be interested in watching. There's a lot of good people in here, a lot of good content, a lot of inspiration, a lot of cooking, a lot of a little bit of everything, and good people, good genuine people. That's the way it should be, man. Because you never know with a smear campaign what's true and what's not, and that's the sad thing. You know, it's wording is everything. Wording is everything, and I can turn a lie or a truth into a lie and make it seem like somebody did something wrong just by omitting or adding one or two words. Mr. Carlos, man, I appreciate you stopping by, man, and holler at me anytime in regards to what you talked to me about the other day. I'm always available. Just hit me up on Instagram. Steven saying goodbye. David saying goodbye. But yeah, like I said, as a country, and it's sad that we have people who are supposed to be believers of Christ and yet and still get caught up in the political game. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have a preference, but your preference should be the thing that is most like uh that share the same values as you. A lot of people are voting based on not liking this guy, so I'm gonna vote for this guy. And again, I'm just speaking. I I ask somebody, in my opinion, both of them are one and the same. But which snake is more dangerous? The one you can see or the one you can't see? That's a decision that people are going to have to ask themselves. Well, I understand that too, Philly girl, but you're rarely going to have anybody that comes in as an independent uh, that I've seen, and a lot of times when they come in, it's always a gimmick. But I think people have to do more research. I don't think very many people research these people's track records and research what's really going on and how they voted in the past and how that affects your community or affects your demographic or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It's just based on red or blue. Yeah. There's a lot of people in here. I would love to make moderators, but I guess when you're on StreamYard, you can only do that from the regular YouTube channel. So I'll make sure I get that done when I can. I mean, I understand because even as just as an independent, they still have some values. That it's not tied to a political affiliation, but they have to feel a certain way. And their values may be closely related to Republican or Democrat, but they're just not tied to an affiliation. Yeah, I've tried that Philly girl. Still not allowing me to do it. Not through StreamYard. It's not. Even the the little hamburger. I don't know. Dana, appreciate you sharing me out. Thank you so much. I just man, I just want to be a good example, man. I hate the fact that, we have so many people that claim to be a certain way, but when it comes to certain situations, then true colors come out. Like I was saying earlier, I've grown up with people that I really consider friends, but as you get older, you grow separately and you have your own lives and you meet new friends but some of the things I've seen both ways have really been alarming to where I'm like, well, you know what? If it's on like on social media or something, I might just block them because I don't want to all of a sudden have a negative viewpoint of them when I see them because they may still feel a good way about me, but I've seen what things you've said when you're in a different circle, and I don't want to be have a bias toward anybody. But it's really surprised me with some of the stuff I've seen. It surprised me with some of the stuff I've seen with people who claim to be Christians or to be followers of God, and then some of the trends and things they go after. That's surprising to me as well. But these elections, man, I'll be glad when they're over because it has really divided parts of the country, and it's not supposed to be that way. This is supposed to be a melting pot, and it's not. It's like everybody's wanting to take turns to get inside the pot, but don't want to get in the pot together. So when this person gets out the pot, then I'll hop on in. It's supposed to be a melting pot where we come together. It's not. Well, David, I would agree with that statement, but my faith and my belief in God is so strong. Nothing that severe can happen unless He wants it to. But I meant from the standpoint of tomato tomato when it comes to these two candidates. I don't think one is significantly better than the other. Both of them have proven to be sneaky. Both of them have proven to be liars. And quite frankly, both of them have terrible track records in the way that they deal with our demographic, in my opinion. But I don't want to make this go on a tangent on a political thing. I was just asking if anybody's going to be interested in watching the results and everything tonight. That's right, Lisa, and it's not supposed to be that way. That's why I love even on YouTube. It's great when you go into a live or something like that, and you can have whites, blacks, Hispanics, Asians all in the same chat and it's getting along and having a good time. Uh, it's sad. I think some of our ways are so old and antiquated. We need to change a lot of it. But hey, it is what it is. What it's a lot of like just back and forth and a lot of mess on that island in Trinidad, Stephen. Hey, there's nothing wrong with it, Kirby. It is what it like. I said, a lot of people are. Um, I've never been a huge more. I guess I'm more concerned with the local uh political thing than the national because I feel the local politicians clearly affect me directly more so than the national. It takes so much to get stuff done in Congress and through this. So that's why when you hear a lot of the presidential candidates and even some of the candidates say, "I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that," well, the chances of you really doing that are really really low because if the majority don't want it done, then what can you do? Date up again real quick. All right, let's see what happens now. Thank you so much, Philly Grub. Thank you for coming in. Awesome supporter. I appreciate that. Fly Eagles fly. So David, what are the winters like there in Scotland? Since you guys get so much rain, is it like, you know, 15, 20 inches of snow in the wintertime, or you guys get 0 degree weather out there? I'm assuming you guys probably do. Blind Needle, how are you doing today? I appreciate you stopping in, man. New here. All right, Lisa, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. You have a great day. Just doing some fishing out here. We're up to about 6 or 7 fish, but none of them have been keepers so far. Enjoying this lovely day. Just talked a little bit about the election tonight. If you guys are interested in what's going to happen and the results. Well, I appreciate that, Blind Needle. Thank you. And hello to you. New, new to me. So I'll make sure I'm get your name and connect. And for those of the left, if you haven't already given me a thumbs up or given the live a thumbs up, if you would, I'd appreciate it. And if you're not yet a subscriber to the channel, if you could do that as well, I'd appreciate it. It'd be greatly appreciated. Check my other poll real quick, guys. Love, love, love fish. Love it. Using night crawlers as the bait. catfish hit real good on these night crawlers in this creek. So, oh, all right. Like mother, like daughter eats. Hello, hello, Mama Ray Ray. How are you doing tonight? Just out here doing some fishing, trying to catch some catfish. Hopefully, I can hit on some. I've caught 6 or 7 of them, but they've all been real small. So we're trying to get a big boy or two so we can take those things home and fry them up. Our kindred life, how are you doing today? How are you doing? Say, I'm not the best at navigating the chat, especially when I'm in the middle of fishing too. So if I skip over folks or I don't catch you right away, please forgive me. Just doing some fishing, y'all. One of my favorite local spots to catch catfish, a little creek. So that's what we got going on in here out here today. See that? That's about 25 minutes north of Edinburgh. It's mostly wet, but a little snow, talking inches. Oh, so I figured you guys would get a ton of snow. That's crazy, Stephen. It's funny how elections can divide people like that. But you say after it's all said and done, and everybody comes back as one, huh? Wow. Yes, indeed. CC, my favorite too. But I really, really only care for channel cat. I'll eat other catfish, but channel cat to me is the best. It's just so fresh. It don't have that catfish, that nasty catfish flavor that you'll get in some of them. A lot of that dark meat. I'm doing good, Kindred Life. I enjoyed you guys' live last night. Hilarious as usual. Guys, if you don't have anybody that's in this live at the moment, go ahead and screenshot and take these names down and do some visiting. We got some really, really good people in this chat. Some really authentic people. It's Channel Cat. Just like, the channel on the TV. To me, that's my favorite. I've been catching them pretty good, so hopefully I can get on another one while you're on this live so you can see what it looks like. But channel cats, if they're spawning, they'll be dark. But they're silver. They have spots on them or speckles on them. They're pretty fish. So far, so good, Matt. I haven't caught none that's worth bringing home, but I've caught about 6 or 7 fish. Mama Ray Ray speaking. I don't know, Cece. Where do you live? If you can, catch them in the store. I mean, find them in the store. Now, in the fish markets around here, you probably can, but I don't know what area you live in. I'm trying, Mama Ray Ray. I'm trying to catch some big ones anyway. That's awesome, David. Like I said, some really good people in here, some good, genuine people in this chat. So they're worth subscribing to. Definitely. That's why if you start trying to take them catfish, and you live in Texas, so you should be able to kill down there where you live. Thank you, Kirby, man. I appreciate you stopping in. Man. It means a lot. This is another good channel. He does barbecue and everything, and he's a good guy. So make sure you guys connect with him as well. Steven talking to Mama Ray Ray. So like I said, yeah, for you guys in Texas, you should have no problem snagging catfish. All you got to do is tight line, and you guys got a lot of flatheads and stuff down there. So yeah, just go to Walmart, get you a big old pole, get you some bait, and go set up. Not much skill involved. So I think most, especially if you take a kid somewhere where they can catch fish right off the bat, they'll fall in love with it. Most kids that don't like fishing, when they first went with their mom or their dad or whoever, they didn't catch nothing. So it turned them off for life. But if you can find a little spot where you know they're gonna bite, even if the fish ain't nothing but this big, if they can go out there and when they throw that pole in that hole and they bringing something out, they'll fall in love with it. And again, if you guys haven't hit the thumbs up for me, I'd sure appreciate it. You would. Wow, 7 to 100 pounds. I wouldn't even want to eat a catfish that big if I caught one. The big old catfish, man, that meat don't taste all that good to me. I'll tell you what, I would love to get on some of those pike. I hear they fight like a dog. Those big old teeth. Yeah, for real. Just ask around, especially then there are some places like my in-laws, they live in Round Rock, Texas. So there's a couple pay lakes out there that I know we went to and that you might have success right off the bat catching them. That way she'll be if you go, she won't be bored. If she can catch 2 or 3 fish in a short amount of time, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Again, Mama Ray Ray in the house. Make sure you check her out. I call Mama Ray Ray my YouTube auntie. She's been a huge supporter of me and has pushed me in good ways. I appreciate her a lot. No, CC, I don't like them big ones. Now a lot of people do, and you can cut some of that red meat out of it and soak a lot of them, but I don't care for them. I don't care for them. The Winston family, thank you for coming in, Colleen. How are you doing today? Doing some fishing out here. Haven't caught the big one yet, but it's still fairly early, so we're not that worried about it just yet. Hold on, y'all. And that's the bad thing. about fishing out here that I'm gonna get snagged. I know I would, and I just did so. Guys, everyone greeting everybody. Well, CC, when you go fishing, do you guys go with a plan, or you just go out there and say we finna catch some fish? Because location, that means a lot when you fishing. Every fish ain't gonna bite a worm, and every fish is not gonna bite a lure. But worms to me are the easiest thing to fish with. Get a little bobber. Yeah, this is fresh water. We don't have salt. I'm in the Midwest here in the Southern Illinois. No salt water around here. Everybody speaking. Make sure you guys are writing these names down. Some good people in this chat. Entertaining people. Like I said, every time our Kindred Life comes out with a video, I'm all over it because they're gonna make me laugh. I heard that, CC. Do it. Now, where do you live? What state do you live in? It is. It's very peaceful. So you look all around. I'm catching catfish, channel cats. Where I'm at, that's mostly what it's in this water. It's catfish and drum. So I'm hoping to catch some catfish. I've caught about 6 or 7 of them, but they've been small. Nothing worth taking home. Absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate that. The tips ain't gonna be no good if I don't catch no big ones, but I have been getting on them today. I'm pleased with the day so far. I mean, I guess a state is humongous, so it's hard to pinpoint where you live just based on the state. But I understand. I ain't trying to force you to do something you don't want to do. Well, tell me this: are you in the West Coast, the East Coast, or the Midwest? Wow, you've never had catfish before? Hmm, that's amazing. Catfishes just seem so common here. I've never had snapper though. Yeah, you live in Scotland, man. You got it made, and there's no telling what you guys catch out in the sea. Do you have a boat, David? Absolutely. Yeah, snapper blues and okay. Now I've actually seen some people cook blowfish before. To me that just seems so odd, but I know people do catch them, and I know they be tearing that snapper up down there in Florida. I would love to get on some, but I've never had snapper. I have not caught anything since you've been on. I actually just snagged myself, so I need to rehook, set up my line so I can go ahead and get back in the water real quick. But altogether, I've caught 7 fish so far today. They've just been real small. You guys can hear me, right? If you can hear me, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. You say the meat is like a chicken nugget. Now that's the that's funny. I wouldn't use a chicken nugget to describe fish. Right. That's exactly Hootie and the Blowfish. That's hilarious. And I don't like them. So right. I know boats are expensive. They're expensive to get and they're expensive to maintain. If you're going out on the sea, you can't go out on a little bass boat when it gets bad out there. Absolutely. Please, thumbs up, thumbs up. And like I was saying earlier, I would love to make people moderators in here, but for some reason I can't figure out how to do it on the StreamYard app on my phone. So I guess I'll have to wait to go live again on my PC through YouTube and then do it that way. Okay, Mama Ray Ray. Good. Y'all just chat amongst yourselves real quick. I need to go ahead and restring my line, get another hook so I can get back in this water. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on, guys. Let me get another hook on so I can get back in. All right. You can find a little bit of everything on YouTube. No, Colleen, that didn't sound too good. But I understand what you're saying. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. So I can try to get us. Yes, sir. You already know, Dana. What's crazy is when you talk about having a fish and spaghetti, um, people act like we're crazy. But I know it's a Midwest thing. But fish and spaghetti will change your life. Yeah, you already know. Y'all eat fish and spaghetti down there in Texas? That's what we do. That's what country folks do. I'm like, what? Spaghetti is a meal. Fish is a meal. No, no. Fish and spaghetti, fried chicken and spaghetti. Spaghetti is both. It could be a side dish or it can be a meal. Depends on how you make it. That's just like on Thanksgiving. I don't know what your Thanksgiving consists of, but we have a whole bunch of meals on the same plate. But you got your turkey, you got your fried turkey, you might have your baked turkey, you might have some fried chicken, some catfish, spaghetti, and macaroni, which technically is a meal, but you know it's a side dish in the black household. Collard greens, sweet potatoes, barbecue. Colleen, don't knock it till you try it. Matter of fact, next time you get some fish, make up a side of spaghetti to go with it. And then some yes, spaghetti for Thanksgiving because it's a side. A little pickle and onion to go with that fish. Now I know I really need to catch some catfish because I done made myself hungry thinking about it. Definitely prime rib. Prime rib is normally what, or not normally, that'd be a lie. But we've had for Christmas. We don't normally have prime rib for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is normally strictly uh poultry and barbecue. But we barbecue on Christmas sometimes too, but definitely have a roast. So prime rib or some type of roast and I'll smoke it. Now, Mama Ray, you eat fish and spaghetti, don't you? Right. This is a Christian channel. We can't have that. Now, Dana, we'll sometimes do ham on. Uh-oh, that might be a big one. Ham on One of the two, but not on both. Ah, you still here, fruitful wife? Rolando Williams, thank you so much for coming in, man. Appreciate you. Doing some fishing. I got some slack in my line. I think someone's playing with me. I'm gonna have to set y'all down in a minute. Yeah, hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Some torn with me again. That's probably a turtle. I got these nice juicy night crawlers that I'm using as bait. All right. Give me one quick second to get back out here in this water. All right. Lord, Dana, you don't know nothing about pickling onion on your fish? Ooh, it ain't nothing to it. You just put the pickling onion on your plate, and when you're eating your fish, you grab your little piece of pickle, grab your little piece of onion. Nothing better. Or if you're making a sandwich, a fish sandwich, pickling onion on it. Some people put mustard or hot sauce. You good to go. We putting you guys on game right now. So now it's not gonna go with all fish. You not want to go make some salmon and get some pickling onion with it. That's not gonna work. It's got to be fried. Catfish, perch, bluegill, crappie, bass, anything fried. Hello, Whitney. How you doing? If you guys are not subscribed to Miss Whitney's channel, make sure you guys do that. She does a lot of reviews on shows and has some gameplay and different things on her channel. Sweet, sweet girl. Yes, sir. That's. I'm not gonna tell you to do it like that all the time because it'll make you get like me, big. But that's good stuff. Colleen, I sure appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Have a great one. Man, I'm hoping to catch some for dinner. When I first got here, I was bringing them in, but it slowed down a little bit now. But it's all good. Do you eat fish and spaghetti too? Fruitful wife, or is that just a Midwest thing? And then the our kindred life. I know Mama Ray Ray eats fish and spaghetti because I remember seeing a video that she did. If Joe was full off a pickle and onion with fish, I don't know. I don't know. Absolutely. Absolutely. Fried hard too. What's going on, Dash? It's out here doing a little fishing, man. Chit chatting. I'm doing some catfishing. Caught a few little ones, but I haven't caught nothing big, and it's gone stale on me. Ooh, I don't know about that one, David. I don't know if I even like pickled eggs, period, let alone with fish. But I guess I'll try almost anything once. Oh, well, just keep on asking him. Maybe he'll take you one day, Whitney. It's so peaceful. The only thing is, if he takes you, don't be bothering him. That's why he just sit there and enjoy the peace and the serenity. Dash, speaking of Todd, I don't know Todd was still in the building. Yes, ma'am, it is. The bomb. There's something about it that just makes that fish pop. I tell you what, if I had some, I bet I'd be killing right now. Those were some fat grubs you had, Dash. I would take them. I'm using night crawlers right now. It's actually starting to warm up out here a little bit now. That could be why the bite slowed down a little bit too. Make sure you guys please thumbs up the live, share out if you don't mind. Fish sounds awesome with some spaghetti. Yeah, you have to have a lot of fish to do that though, Whitney. I love it however I can get it, mostly. Catfish, I love smoke, which I did that the catfish po' boys on the one video, and those things were amazing. But that wasn't channel cat. That was like a mud cat. So the fish I had to soak it to get some of that fishy flavor out of it. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. Got one. It feels a little bigger. I can see that. Still not worth keeping though, but it is a little bigger. But you can see how pretty a channel catfish is. Let me go ahead and get him off real quick so I can get back in the water. And catfish speak to you. I don't know if you guys know that. Can you hear it? A catfish will speak to you. I don't know if you guys know that or not. But he ain't. He's not very big either. So I'm gonna go ahead and release him and put him back in the water. But we getting there. They're getting a little bit bigger. That sounds good. How you doing? Doing well, thank you. Now, I've actually never had. No, I don't think I've had prawns before. I've definitely had with red sauce, so and that was good too. All right, back in there. Yeah, I mean, if push came to shove, if I was catching a whole bunch of them their size, I could probably keep them and just fry them whole. But with it being as sporadic as it was, I would hate to try to keep him and then don't take nothing home and have that one little fish. Yeah, Dash, but it ain't over yet. Yeah, channel cats, man, they're a pretty fish. Very pretty. They're oh, a little action. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, Whitney. Now I've known there's been fish that if you freeze them and they can kind of come back, but I wouldn't even want to take that chance with some of the. Yes, it is absolutely delicious. Absolutely. No, Mama Ray, that thing wasn't even a pound, but they're getting bigger. They're progressively getting bigger, so hopefully the next one will be a nice one. Yeah, David, it's very good. Now remember, the spaghetti is your side, so you'll fry your fish and have a side of spaghetti, and it's amazing. Hold on, y'all. Another small one. This one here is a little one, very small. These little ones are the dangerous ones. Pliers. What do I do with my pliers? Like I say, like most catfish, they have barbs on them. You can see that. And that barb, they'll spike you. And it's got like a venom to it, so it hurts real bad. Some people's hands or fingers will swell up real bad too. So you have to be careful with these smaller catfish. Because if they spike you, it ain't no good. That's why I like to use pliers to take the hooks out of these small ones. The bigger ones are a lot easier to handle because over time those barbs or those spikes they'll foul down so they're not as sharp. Uh-oh. Yes, it is. Yeah, you know they say the camera adds 10 pounds. The camera might add 10 ounces too, but he was small. Before they said he had to look at Mama Ray Ray's channel. Awesome channel, David. Awesome lady. We ain't worried about cute. We worried about big. You can't. Cute don't make you go into grease. Yeah. Now, if you go when you go fishing, you don't want to just handle a catfish any old way because they'll spike you. Now, there's ways you can handle them, but that's the way I do it. But definitely your baby, if she ever catch one and if they spike you, it's not good. Or if they fin you, that's what it's called. It's their fin. So, but hold on, let me get this thing back in the water. All right, back at it. Hopefully, we'll get on another one. If I can pull another 20 minutes out of here, I'll be great. That would be awesome. Uh-oh. Got action already, y'all. Now they starting to hit again. They just say, I might have found a hole. I think I may have. Playing around with me. False alarm. False alarm. No, we got action. Like what's that? Next Friday? Thought we had action, but no, it was a false alarm. We got 9 awesome people in the chat. Very genuine people. Make sure you guys are connecting. Don't forget the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Any of you guys got anything coming up today? I'll be in and out after I get done fishing. Some things I got to do this evening, but I'll be in and out of YouTube probably, so I'll be making my rounds. Any videos? Hey, Sunshine, how are you doing today? Thank you for stopping in. Just doing a little fishing, trying to catch some catfish. Sunshine is from the Philippines. Yes, yes, please thumbs up the video too. Yeah, does anybody have any videos coming up today? It's about, right now it's about 65 degrees out. Sunny. The weather's beautiful. It's a beautiful day for fishing. Show you where I'm at. A little creek where near I live. So it's been a good day. Been a good day so far. If you guys do have any videos, or if you got a video or a live coming up today, put it in the chat. That way we'll know in what time it's coming out. So we'll know if we can try to make it to be there. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, David. I'm the same way slowly, but I know the people that are coming in are gonna stick. Hey, 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 how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. I would say your name, but I don't want to mispronounce it. So I don't know if it's Nows or if it's Nowes, but I'm assuming it's Nows or Knows, one of the two. But thank you for stopping in. I appreciate that. Yeah, we just pushed the clocks back Sunday out over here, David. So it's probably going where I live. It's going to start getting dark around about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Okay, make sure to put that on the watch list. I need to make sure I get on the over to more people's channels anyhow. Absolutely, absolutely. There are some people that seem like they grow like that, but then if you ever go to their channel and watch their videos, they may have 50 views. You're like, well, how do you have 50 views and you have 3,000 subscribers? It doesn't add up. So I'd rather this. Clearly, I want to get more people, but I want people that are going to be genuine and really stay and connect and not just be a number. Yep, you are exactly 6 hours ahead of me. And David Wardell, he's from Scotland. He's exactly 6 hours ahead of me too. So you guys must be in the same time zone. Chopping and grilling with Casey. What's going on, brother? Just doing some fishing. I ain't gonna be out here too much longer. Hoping to get on some channel cats. I've caught up with probably close to 10 of them, but none of them been worth keeping. That's the best way. Organically is the best way to do it to me. That way you know the people are going to be there. Okay, cool. So we got France in the building. We've got Scotland in the building. I appreciate you guys coming in. What's the weather like over there today? It's 5:50. So David, you're 5 hours ahead of me, and Nose is 6 hours ahead of me. It is 11:50 here. Yep, I believe that too. I believe that a lot of times some of the people that run the growth channels, I know they have the people's best interest at heart, but I believe now YouTube is just starting to look at these growth channels, and even if people go with the right intention, YouTube is almost like they're not allowing it to count. That's what I've experienced, so I don't even go to them no more. It's freezing here, chilling inside with the fireplace. That sounds nice to me, man. But I'd actually rather be where I am right now. 65, almost 70, sunny, and doing fishing. Only way to be better if I was catching a couple big ones, but hey, I've still enjoyed myself. What's the fishing like in France? Do you guys and if you guys do fish, what kind of fish are you guys catching out? Never been fishing? You're not the only one. Fishing ain't for everybody. It's kind of it can be slow paced, but if you don't mind just coming and relaxing and stuff like that, then fishing is extremely peaceful. Like I said, I can go fishing, I can get lost, just lose track of time fishing. And if you're catching them, then you really have fun. Yeah, it's fun. Fun to me. Bring your bring your lunch, something to drink, man, and you can just be make a day of it. But where I am right now, I actually only live about 20, 25 minutes away. Well, not even that, about 20 minutes. Now here in around here, we can get some big old catfish now. Probably not what you call whales. There'll be big flatheads and stuff. And you can get people have caught catfish, 70, 80 pound catfish. That is nasty looking to me. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you spending time with me. Thank you. I appreciate that. You have a good one. We won't be on too much longer anyway, so thank you. We've got some pretty nice sized carp here too, but nobody really eats carp. I've known a few people that eat them, but not very many. Our Kindred Life, she's got an awesome channel, hilarious people. Her and her husband, they do a lot of food reviews and challenges and stuff, but that is funny. I can probably be on here just if I can push it to 2 hours, that would be great. I truly appreciate all who have spent time with me today and watched me catch a few, lose a few. It's been fun. Really appreciate you guys. Hey, David, over there in Scotland, when is you guys' elections and stuff? When do they normally take place? Wow. You can be banned for catching for that's crazy because over here carp are considered nuisance fish. And if we catch them, the game a lot of the game wardens, they rather you just kill them. Carp have come over, they released them over here and they've disinfested a lot of the waters. They grow so fast and they get so big. So yeah, when you catch carp over here, they don't want you to throw them back. They'd rather you just, kill them. I didn't even know you were still in the house, Joe, man. I appreciate you guys staying in. God bless y'all. Tell Dana I said thank you. Make sure y'all try that fish and spaghetti. I mean that pickle and onion with that fish and spaghetti. Change your life. So every 5 years for you guys. Hey, Rachel, how you doing today? Thank you for coming in. I'm finishing up got about 5 minutes or so to go. Just doing some fishing this morning. One of my favorite little spots to come and relax and just think and reflect and fish. A little creek near my house. And you guys have 2 years. Now, is it every 4 years for you guys too, or is it every like 5 years like it is for David? It's very peaceful. If you can hear the water, all you got out here is water running, birds chirping, nature. It's if you want to go somewhere, Rachel, and convene with God and write and pray, go fishing. As long as you're not somewhere where there's a ton of people, but even still, I love it. Outside of cooking, it's one of my favorite pastimes. So you guys are 5 years as well. Now, in you guys' political system, does the prime minister? I guess that's what you guys have, prime minister. I would guess they don't consider them presidents, do they? Prime minister are when they make a decision, do they have to go through people that have to agree on it or votes, or is it pretty much it is what it is? If they make a decision or they say they're going to do something, that's the end all be all. How does that work over there? It used to be 7 years. That's a long time for somebody. But again, I guess 4 years really might not be enough time in office. Okay, you have presidents in France. I wasn't 100% sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, the bad thing about that is sometimes I don't know if my wife understands. Sometimes, like if I go somewhere, if I don't bring some home or take a picture of something, people are like, man, you was gone all that time and didn't catch nothing. But it is, again, it's just so peaceful, man. You can get your mind, take your mind off of a lot of stuff. And if you love it, If you guys haven't already, if you could just give me a thumbs up and for the live, I'd appreciate that a lot. If you are not yet a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. I'd appreciate that a lot. Some awesome people in the chat. There's 8 amazing people in here. I don't do a lot of hunting. I would like to start doing more hunting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I would love to get back and do some more hunting, but that takes even more time, really. Well, guys, it's been 2 hours since I've been on. I appreciate everybody that's come in. I'm about to go ahead and log on off and see if I can maybe spend another 30 minutes or so out here. And if nothing big hops on the hook, then I'm gonna go ahead and call it and go on home. I appreciate everybody that stuck by me and stayed in. But y'all have a great one. I'll be looking for your video later on this evening too, David. But outside of that, God bless you guys. I'm go ahead and log on off. Till the next time. Appreciate it. That's all right, Rachel. It's no I know stuff happens. We so busy and you have so many other people to connect to. Knows I appreciate you coming in. David, it's been real. I really enjoyed conversing with you today. Y'all have a good one. God bless.